Are you wondering what the best gaming mouse is for this year? If so, stay tuned because by the end of the short video, you'll know exactly which one to choose. Hey guys, it's 7 Top Rated, and in today's video, we're going to check out the 5 best gaming mice on the market. This list was made based on our personal views and are listed based on price, quality, durability, and more. To see prices and get more info about the product shown, be sure to check out the description below. One last thing before we dive in, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to get the latest product reviews from the channel. Okay, so let's get started with today's video. At number 5 is the Cooler Master MasterMouse MM520 Gaming Mouse. The MasterMouse MM520 is the replacement to the Spawn Gaming Mouse, improved further for claw grip gamers. With performance and comfort, this is a lethal tool in your gaming armory. Starting with the design, the MM520 is built to withstand severe punishment. The rubber grip is built to last. The frame is made of long-lasting, wear-free PBT plastic, which is some of the most robust plastic used on hardware today. Additionally, Omron switches under the buttons are rated for 20 million presses that remain accurate and true to the end. It comes with 3-zone lighting RGB LEDs, which are shown to deliver over 16 million colors. The primary mouse buttons feel great. They're satisfyingly clicky and consistent, and the notched scroll wheel is grippy because of the soft rubber it's made from. The MM520 has a decent weight to it at 101 grams, or 135 grams with the twine weight factored in. The cable is both lengthy and lightweight, so it does not interfere with mouse actions, and its connection to the mouse is strengthened for an extra little bit of robustness. Moving on, the MM520 gaming mouse is fitted with a Pixar 3660 optical sensor, with an adjustable DPI up to 12,000. That's a lot of DPI, which means no lag, no stutter, and no fighting with your mouse in the thick of a game, which we really liked. Additionally, the Cooler Master software program gives fairly deep customization. You're able to change the lighting, remap the buttons, create totally different profiles, and change the 4 primary presets. To conclude, gaming mice can sometimes be a bit expensive, particularly if you want to get your hands on an esports-ready model. But that doesn't mean you can't buy quality at an affordable price. The Cooler Master MasterMouse MM520 does just that. At number 4 is the SteelSeries Rival 600 Gaming Mouse. The SteelSeries Rival 600 is a lightweight gaming mouse with an exceptionally good sensor. The mouse is ideal for fast-paced shooters where accuracy is essential. Design-wise, the SteelSeries Rival 600 is a relatively large mouse, but nonetheless very comfortable. The buttons, back, and sides are rubberized, which gives a firm grip. In addition, there are 3 thumb buttons, which is nice for gamers that require more key bindings. For example, we found it useful in Fortnite. The buttons and mouse wheel are easy to click and feel durable. Moreover, the DPI button is on top of the mouse, but we did not have any problems with wrongly clicking it nor any other buttons. With a weight of 96 grams, it is at the lighter end of the spectrum. While some people like heavier mice, for us, the lighter the better, so it is definitely a plus here. Moving on, the Rival 600 features a dual sensor system. The primary sensor is the SteelSeries TrueMove 3 Plus, an extremely accurate sensor, which is at least as good as the Pixar 3360 sensor, known from many top-tier gaming mice. The second sensor is used solely for the lift-off distance and is a nice additional feature for people who like to get really geeky. Additionally, the SteelSeries has done a pretty good job with their software. From there, you can customize all your SteelSeries peripherals. It is possible to customize all buttons, including the scroll wheel. We would like to mention the Rival 600 has a very good RGB system, so it's possible to configure the illumination of the mouse, with various effects to choose from. Besides this, the lift-off distance can be adjusted, as well as the pulling rate, acceleration, deceleration, and even angle snapping. Overall, the Rival 600 is a serious piece of technology. If you value performance over pretty much everything else, you cannot go wrong with this gaming mouse. At number 3 is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge RGB Gaming Mouse. The HyperX Pulsefire Surge is one of 2 mice HyperX have on the market, with this one being a mid-range gaming mouse. Starting with the design, the mouse itself has a classy, sleek design, which has been ergonomically designed to the shape of your curved hand. Its body is built from plastic with a smooth top and rubber sides. There are 6 programmable buttons in total, including 2 on the left-hand side for thumb triggering. Below the scroll wheel is a PixArt 3389 sensor DPI button, which is set to the default three settings: 800, 1600, 3200 DPI, but can be changed to suit your own needs. In addition, it has a distinct RGB 360-degree strip lighting, flowing around the entire mouse. The HyperX logo also features 16.8 million colors of RGB richness, which synchronizes with the strip nicely. Moving on, the default setting is for the lights to scroll through the RGB colors in a pulsing pattern, but there are more options. They include a solid light, a breathing effect, the wave pulsing effect, solid color cycle, or trigger. Performance-wise, it's one of the most comfortable and responsive mice we've tried to date. It weighs a mere 100 grams, has two large smooth skates on its bottom, and is very easy to glide across the mat. Using reliable Omron switches rated for 50 million clicks, there's a solid click to each button, including the scroll wheel, so you know when you've clicked them. The mouse is very much plug and play, and you do not need to install any software unless you want to customize. Additionally, the Pulsefire Surge RGB also has some built-in shortcuts for speedily changing the brightness and toggling through macro profiles, as well as a reassignable DPI button. These all allow for quick alterations while in-game. This is a nice touch, as having to Alt+Tab out of an application to change simple settings can be frustrating. To conclude, if you are searching for a great and reliable gaming mouse for all sorts of games, then this HyperX Pulsefire Surge RGB gaming mouse might just end your search right here. At number 2 is the Logitech G502 Hero gaming mouse. If there ever was a unanimous mass consensus among gamers on the best mouse, it might just be the Logitech's G502. It's fast, accurate, and fits comfortably in just about anyone's hand. For the new Hero Edition, Logitech has attempted to keep everything gamers loved about the original G502, while upgrading the switches, sensors, and onboard memory to better compete among the current crop of top-of-the-line gaming mice. Design-wise, the G502 Hero has matte black plastic for the main buttons and grips, with glossy plastic between the mouse's aesthetically different sections, and on the extra buttons. The scroll wheel is shiny, metallic, and cleverly notched. A button just behind the scroll wheel toggles the scrolling, and it's a real delight to use with pronounced clicks. Furthermore, the G502 Hero features customizable RGB lighting for the DPI indicators and Logitech G logo. Both lighting zones are well placed, so they're visible between your thumb and index finger when holding the mouse. In addition, a compartment on the bottom opens, allowing the addition of up to 5 3.6-gram weights, which we really liked. On to performance, the Logitech G502 Hero features the 1000 Hz polling rate and 1 millisecond response time, which is expected from a proper gaming mouse. But it's the G502 Hero sensor is what helps this mouse shine. The Hero sensor offers faultless tracking from our experience with it. It supports a DPI range from 100 to 16,000, though we find this upper limit unimportant. What really matters is how well it responds to hand movements and how consistent it is. And thanks to the tracking at max speeds over 400 inches per second and max accelerations over 40 Gs, it would be hard to push this mouse past its limit, which is impressive to say the least. Additionally, the switches underneath the buttons feel great, giving a responsive click with minimal actuation force. There's enough resistance to keep us from misclicking while resting our finger on the buttons, but none feel too squishy. Before we end, the Logitech's customization software is reasonably simple to use and highly advised for a mouse with its many buttons. Overall, for the brilliant performance this Logitech G502 Hero mouse gives, and the incredible flexibility provided by all its buttons and weight customization, we give it a solid thumbs up. At number 1 is the CORSAIR Dark Core SE RGB wireless gaming mouse. The CORSAIR Dark Core is CORSAIR's first wireless mouse, with its SE edition equipped with QI wireless charging, in addition to the 2.4 GHz and Bluetooth capability on the standard version. From the design aspect, the Dark Core is a medium-sized mouse sporting a stealthy jet black look. The two-tone style looks good, with a textured soft-touch plastic on the front palm rest, and a smooth black finish on the top and sides. RGB is of course present and correct, with 3 zones of bright and vivid lighting. Moving on, there are 9 buttons in total on the Dark Core, with the top hosting the left-right clicks, scroll wheel, mode switcher, and 2 DPI toggles. On the left side of the mouse is the sniper button, sandwiched between the backward and forward buttons. In addition, the Dark Horse performance is exemplary. Equipped with a brilliant 16,000 dpi sensor that's also found in the CORSAIR glaive, in-game tracking is also excellent across the board. The Omron switches are highly responsive, and scrolling is smooth and consistent on the textured wheel. Moreover, everything can be customized in the CORSAIR Q software. It's clear and straightforward to use, with options which include button remapping, macro creation, and DPI changes. The sensitivity can be altered from 100 to 16,000, with various steps assignable to the onboard memory, which is cool. For your information, the sniper button can also be adjusted to sport a different DPI when pressed, making it easier to line up that headshot accurately. The lighting looks great on the dark core, and the LEDs can be adjusted via the software to reflect your mood. It's important to mention where the Dark Core RGB SE wireless mouse is different. It still has an internal battery, which CORSAIR claims has a usage time up to 24 hours, so it still needs to be charged. The difference here, though, is that you don't need to plug it in as it has QI wireless charging. The base of the mouse sports a QI wireless charging receiver, similar to that on a smartphone, which allows it to charge on any QI-compatible charging pad. This means that every time you're away from your desk, you can leave the mouse on a compatible pad and top up the battery, which is a pretty cool idea. Overall, the Dark Core RGB SE is a great gaming mouse, one that seemingly sports every feature under the sun. And it's actually great value. Thanks for watching the video. We hope you found it useful. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to get more videos like this in the future. If you do have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and we'll get back to you. Catch you soon.